Welcome back to Carneades.org. Today we're going to be continuing with our series, Dumbfounding Definitions, Dizzying Distinctions, and Diabolical Doctrines, series sorting through some of the jargon of philosophy. In this video, we're going to be looking at religion versus philosophy of religion. Now, religion and philosophy of religion may both study religion, but they do so in very different ways and have kind of vastly different goals and methods. While religion makes metaphysical, epistemic, and moral claims about the world, life, humans, how we should live, and gods, philosophy of religion, on the other hand, translates the varying claims of religions into a common logical language, assesses their justifications, and puts them into dialogue with each other as well as other disciplines. Philosophy of religion tries to take all the widely varying claims about religion that different religions make and put them into a kind of logical language that we can assess with the tools of logic and argumentation, and also that can kind of be compared and contrasted to each other and be put into different categorizations. So let's take a look. One of the central areas of studies in both religion and philosophy of religion is the idea of God or gods. While religion often claims to provide information about God, philosophy of religion, on the other hand, investigates the nature and existence of any gods from a neutral perspective commensurate with any other argument about the world. Basically, generally, religions are going to be trying to defend a particular view of God. They may be offering arguments for that view. They may be analyzing some of these philosophical problems and claims, but they might also be just explaining or espousing their own view. Philosophy of religion is going to deal with kind of common problems for various views of God, as well as common arguments for the existence of God or against the existence of God. So, common arguments for the existence of God include the cosmological argument, the ontological argument, and the teleological argument, among others. And this area of philosophy of religion is also going to deal with kind of problems for the existence of God. Those include things like the omnipotence paradox and the problem of evil. Now, philosophy of religion is also going to study whether religious claims have meaning, and if so, what that meaning is. When particular religions are saying that God exists, what exactly do they mean by that, if anything? Some philosophers have argued that claims about God are in fact meaningless, as they're not verifiable. Others have argued that claims about God are not as much claims about some ontologically existing consciousness, but rather about religious forms of life. The key to remember here is what philosophy is trying to do is it's trying to develop a common language that these drastically different disciplines, such as religion and science, can talk to each other on. We're trying to have a metaphysical picture of the world where we can at least have the same conversation or understand where our disagreements are. We're not just trying to let religions talk to each other, which is an important element of it, but we're also trying to let religion and science, which do such drastically different methods of analyzing some of the same ideas, have them talk to each other and have us be able to assess their claims so that we can say one of them may be more justified than the other. An important element of many religious traditions is a doctrine of morality, kind of comparing with the orthodoxy of what you should believe, the orthopraxy of religion, what you should do. And philosophy of religion, just like philosophy of religion, puts kind of that orthodoxy in conversation with other orthodoxies about the world, such as scientific world pictures and so on. Philosophy of religion puts these doctrines of orthopraxy, of what you should be doing, in conversation with more secular doctrines of morality, such as utilitarianism, deontology, consequentialism, virtue ethics, and so on, and analyzes different arguments for each. This domain also addresses such questions of questioning whether or not we can underpin ethics at all without God, and the Euthyphro dilemma, which is a problem for divine command theory. And while religion itself often struggles to acknowledge or coexist with other religions or even talk to them, philosophy of religion investigates the variety of religions and compares their doctrines not necessarily based on kind of the historical traditions from whence they arose, but rather based on their beliefs and their logical compatibility. Philosophy of religion isn't necessarily as interested in looking into the history of a particular religion, but rather what are the beliefs or the claims that religion espouses now, and how does that compare with other religions? Are they logically compatible? Are they incompatible? And at what levels are they incompatible? Views in this realm include things like religious pluralism, exclusivism, and inclusivism. Now, while particular religions focus on kind of refining and defending their particular worldview and often convincing others of this worldview, philosophy of religion attempts to put all of these claims and arguments kind of on a level playing field so that they can be analyzed against each other. We can see if they have justification in comparison to each other, and categorized based on their merits. By putting these claims into a common language, their meaning or validity can be assessed in the face of claims of other disciplines, like science, without talking past each other, which is frequently what can be found in discussions between religion and science without the use of some common language like philosophy. What do you think? Do you think that philosophy can serve the purpose of providing kind of a common language of logic and argument to bridge various religions and even disciplines? Or are we still just all going to be talking past each other? Write your comments down in the comments section below. Watch this video and more here at Carneades.org, and stay skeptical, everybody.